They bring them in, they hire hoodlums from outside the Imo State. They bring them in pretending to be IPOB, and they commit this crime and they they go away. So it is not about IPOB. Yes, we agree. We have aggrieved IPOB members, but I can tell you, those who are doing this destruction, most of them were brought from outside the Imo State.
So, if you say that they are really not IPOB members, another insinuation that a few commentators have put into this is perhaps the military operations that we saw in the past few days, which of course you also commented about. Is there any link between that military operations and what we saw in the last few days?
As I speak to you, honest political leaders and religious leaders have approached me to encourage military to come around, because these people have created fear into the citizens by their dastardly act. So it is not about the military. If anything, our people want the military around so that they can have sense of security and go about their businesses without fear of any molestation.
But in what we have seen, you said that you are going to send a report to the federal government on what is happening. So how do you then handle the situation going?
But to the glory of God, they were not successful. How do we imagine that people are already organizing press conferences in Abuja, trying to address press as to what they thought that could have happened in Imo State, but God stopped them, and they were not successful in their operation. Yes, they hire hoodlums from outside Imo State.
All right, you've actually heard that video. I don't know if you've actually, some of you have seen this video. You know, that is Høpê Uzodinjø. You know, this is a governor who, I will say, when it comes to hating the indigenous people of Biafra, when it comes to hating the Biafran struggle, you know, Høpê Uzodinma is one governor. In fact, the one that Mba is doing is very small. Mba cannot, if Mba should do what Høpê Uzodinjø has done in Imo State, in Biafran land as a whole, then I think he will be next to Adolf Hitler. Yes, let's be realistic about it. Høpê Uzodinjø's name, Høpê Uzodinma's name changed to Høpê Uzodinjø because of the atrocities he was committing against the indigenous people, you know, against Biafrans. You know, different, all kind of massacres, you know, has been recorded in, you know, that Høpê Uzodinjø actually, you know, pushed for. You know, he gave the order. He provided everything that was needed. He gave the money, you know, for a lot of people to be massacred in Biafran land. At least most of you heard what the testimony of Gentle, you know, the statement he made. You know, most of you heard it, and that is just a tip of the iceberg of the atrocities that Høpê Uzodinjø is, you know, has committed in Biafran land. Now, for a person of that nature to come out to speak concerning the atrocities happening in Biafran land, not tagging it the IPOB, a general thing that they all has been saying, you know, in order to cover their tracks. But they've come out. They only come out to speak the truth when they are affected in this, when their government is affected. They only come out to speak the truth when their government is affected. And you know the funniest thing? The funniest thing about this is that not only him has come out to say this Soludo that is, you know, turning to a Hitler currently, has also once come out, you know, to also say the same thing about those who are sponsoring the insecurity in Biafran land. It is as simple as that. So when we keep on saying that Nnamdi Kanu has been vindicated over and over again, and Simon Èkpá has been vindicated over and over again. All these things that are being done are sponsored by the government. But my issue is, why are you putting the lives of the people at risk? You're using the lives of Biafrans to do your politics, just the same way we've also seen in other parts of the Biafraland. They are using innocent people to do politics, and that is my problem. It is high time they stop using innocent people to do their politics. And because of this, I'll be dropping the next video for today, and this next video is actually a good news for Biafrans. Despite all said and done to silence Biafran, to stop the Monday sit at home, which has actually been a major tool that Biafrans have used to raise their voices loud, yet nothing has been done concerning this. Watch this video, on the continuous sit at home, as Biafrans continue to sit at home, as Biafrans continue to raise their voices high. Watch this video and make sure you share it to as many groups as possible. Now, the major news is coming immediately after the video, which is an important news by Uzodinma Biafra Unite. He has given a very important news, both for the Üźøďinjø nation and the Biafrans, the United States of Biafra. Let them understand, the plan, the gimmicks of these so-called terrorists, and how they have actually planned, to take over. Watch the video and make sure you share to as many groups and platforms as possible.
Month of April. Easter Monday, they call it anywhere. If you, for Muslim countries that is Oxon, doing good in this side of the world, Abaste precisely. Abaste is cut out from the former eastern region of Nigeria. If eastern region of Nigeria, these are people that are called the Biafran people. They are looking for freedom. And you can see, because today is Muslim countries at home, everything is working perfectly well. I can see everybody has gone haywire. I don't want to believe so much that without Namkabi release, there's nothing can go on. So we love what is going on. We thank God for what is going on. The Muslim camp was released. And there's no need of Nigeria wasting time, because we have gone. Biafra have been declared and declare second time, third time, and there's no need to waste time. It is time for us to let them go. Now, if we miss it to say everywhere, let them people hear. We need men that matter in the world calendar to begin to speak on this issue, because human rights have been stumbled upon. Human rights have been destroyed. So men and women that matter begin to speak. Biafra, it's time for us to go. Enough of slavery in the time of freedom. Jesus Christ set us free, and everybody has set us free. We are willing. But the men that matter that are eating our money are put on slavery. But it's enough, we are going home. It's our time. We are going home. Biafra, welcome home. Ndeo Muchineke. Mazaka was released. Simon almost set free, and nobody can stop it. It's our time to go home now. So this global is reporting from the center of the world, from Abaste precisely. Ndeo Muchineke. Ndeo, we can see this everywhere shut down. Everywhere shut down their evolution. No one can join enough force them to be. You can see everywhere. It's a done deal. Ndeo Muchineke. Ndeo of global news.
Breaking news. Fulani set up a new terror group in Yorubaland as villagers flee attack. Here are the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 21st of April 2025, and I have another breaking information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, this is a big news. I am telling you the gospel truth. This is a big news. Fulani has set up another new terror group, and this one is happening in Yorubaland. Now, I want every Yoruba journalist, if you are listening to me right now and you are from the western part of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, and you know any journalist from your land, from your tribe as a Yoruba, I want you to tag him or her. Tag Alumnia here, tag him. Bring that idiot that works with Channels Television. Can't even remember his name. Tag him here. That young man. Bring Ruben Apati. Tag all of them, including those working with AIT. Bring all of them. Silverbird Television. I want them here. I want them to know that Fulani that they have been shedding and protecting with their media, their evil media, their brand envelope media, has finally succeeded in setting up another terrorist organization in the western part of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. So, without further ado, let us delve into the news. And as you can see on your screen, we are going to be reading this news from Sahara Reporters, one of the Zoo media platforms, as they have reported today. But before moving forward, I want also to remind every one of us, especially Biafrans who are living around Europe, America, and Asia, I want you to know that the protest which is being scheduled to hold in Finland on the 9th of May 2025 is real. Biafrans cannot afford to abandon Mazi Simon Èkpá. We cannot afford to do that. He's going to be disappointed. He's going to be depressed that his own people who have been telling him right on, they abandoned him. These are one of the reasons I said no, I have to continue. Because Oya Bifi fele na Mazi Simon Èkpá pụtalụ onezi anya ọbụna Biafra United anọrọzia because of the evil that Nigeria government has used some people to cause in our midst. So, my people, if you are living in Europe, America, and some part of Asia, and you have eligible documents to travel, make yourself available on the 9th of May 2025 to attend this very protest. It's strictly for the release of our Prime Minister. As you can see the number on the headline on your screen, inquiry number for Finland protest for the release of Mazi Simon Èkpá. Please call +358 4024 36561. This is the official number to call. Any inquiry you want to know more about the protest, you want to book hotel reservation, anything you want to know, call this number on your screen. But note that you will never spend any money. Anybody that asks you for money is a scam. This protest is free of charge. You are not paying a dime. The only money you are going to spend is your transportation that will take you from your location to, of course, Helsinki, Finland, where the protest will be held. Now, moving back into the news of the day, as you can see the headline from Sahara Reporters, they said, breaking, residents flee Kwara community, accuse Nigerian army of abandoning fight against new terror group, Mahmuda, to vigilantes. This headline gathers every information that you need concerning this very latest development, which includes the Janjaweed terrorist army of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Did you hear that? The residents flee Kwara communities, not one community, Kwara communities. After fleeing, they accused the Zoo Janjaweed army of abandoning fight against new terror group, Mahmuda. They said their name is Mahmuda. So now, if you add this one to the existing 9 terror groups in the northern part of the zoo, which they are now encroaching into Biafraland, or they are here already, especially their Fulani herdsmen terrorists, they are here already. If you add this Mahmuda, that means you now have 10 terror organizations in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, funded by the Fulani oligarchy. Wow. And people still want to savage the zoo. The likes of P2B. Mad people everywhere. Now, you can see the date, April 21st, 2025, today. The latest wave of panic follows the Nigerian army's sudden withdrawal from active operations in the area, leaving local vigilantes alone to confront the deadly group known as Mamuda. I'm laughing. You know why I'm laughing? It's a pity for those affected. But I'm laughing because there are so many people from the western part of the zoo who are still today. They want Nigeria to succeed. Mad people everywhere. There is a new sheriff in town where you come from, Mamuda. Fulani has formed a new terror group in your own fatherland. Even as they took over Kwara State in the oldies, it's not enough for them. Now, the remaining Yorubas in that area are the targets. They want to sack all of them completely to make sure that the entire Kwara State is now fully owned and occupied by Fulani terrorists. Now, residents of several communities in Kayama local government area of Kwara State are fleeing their homes in droves as a new terrorist group tightens its grip on the region. Sahara reporters can confirm. Tightens their grip. They say tightens their grip. If you don't understand that English, I am sorry, you need a dictionary. Now, the latest wave of panic follows the Nigerian army's sudden withdrawal from active operations in the area, leaving local vigilantes alone to confront the deadly group known as Mamuda. Nigerian army has suddenly withdrawn from the area because the order has come from above to withdraw in order to allow this newborn baby, this latest sheriff in town, Mamuda terrorist organization, to ravage the entire community and take over the land. Is there any other thing? It is called common sense. Common sense. Order has come from above to withdraw all the military there in order not to have any atom of confrontation, because they may fear that within the soldiers who were there could be some genuine ones. You know, most of the soldiers are repentant Boko Haram members. So inside them, there might be genuine ones who will confront these terrorists head on. What do? They withdrew all of them, both the repentant Boko Haram members in the military and of course the few genuine ones. They withdraw them, and in order to allow the new baby to deal with the villagers decisively. The zoological republic. This is what you get when you support evil. When you support evil, this is what you get. Where is Amoteku? Or Amoteku does not function or exist in Kwara State? I don't even know. Yes, by the way, I don't know. Community sources who spoke to Sahara reporters on Monday today lamented the deteriorating security situation and accused the Nigerian and Kwara state governments of ignoring the growing insecurity in the area. As I am talking to you now, our community, Kemanji, is under the control of these people. Under the control of these people. A source speaking from that community is telling you and I that as I am talking to you now, Kemanji, one of the communities, is under the control of these people, and as I'm talking to you, nobody is aware. Because of what? The zoo brand envelope media platforms, who are not just being bought over, but also being controlled by the same Fulani that are sponsoring these terrorist groups, cannot report this type of news. Impossible. They can never report it. That's why nobody's aware. Several communities are already under the control of this new terror group, yet nobody's aware. Until now that you are listening to me. Unbelievable. The zoological republic of Animal Kingdom is completely gone. Gone forever. It has, in fact, the zoo is gone for good, for the betterment of all of us and those that believe in God. Now, They have not entered the main Kayama town, the man continued. And that was how it started in Sokoto, Kebbi, and other states. Our community is about 10 kilometers from Kayama, one source said. This Kayama is one of the main towns around this part of Kwara state. He explained that the current state of fear gripping the area has triggered a mass exodus, with both wealthy and unprivileged residents abandoning their homes. With both wealthy and unprivileged residents abandoning their homes. Mi Diego, mi Daro Benel. Once also, that's when I look at these fools, when I look at them, I will shake I will just nod my head. Because they are blind, they don't understand what we are saying. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been crying and shouting, yet these fools couldn't understand him. Mazi Simon Ekpa came on board. They called him all sorts of names. They called him a terrorist. They celebrated that Finnish authority has arrested him. Today, I am telling them, this voice from the wilderness is telling you, Obi Kubana and your likes, that by the time it will get to you, by the time it will get to your area, you will flee and you are going to lose every single thing that you have worked for your life. Everything that you have suffered for. You will lose all of it. Of course, you are rich, you have money, maybe you have another international passport from elsewhere, so it will be easy for you and your family to flee, to fly away. But you will lose everything, all those things that are making you to say, we die here. It is either one Nigeria or nothing. You are going to lose all of them when the time comes. Just pray that people like us will succeed in getting you freedom. But even though we get you that freedom, you are going to pay. You will pay. People like all of you that sabotage this freedom will pay. You won't just come and enjoy it just like that. I'm telling you. The problem now is that everyone is afraid. Both the rich and the poor have started abandoning their houses. I am not the one talking. He said both the rich and poor have started abandoning their houses. Both the rich, I want you to outline that. He said they are moving to the main town of Kayama, and some who have relatives in Ilorin are moving there, and other neighboring towns, he added. According to residents, the terrorists had long occupied the dense forest around the area without incidents. No, they go fajiwe bilini mafia without any incident, without any attack. Because of what? Because they are trying to master the terrain. They want to know the area properly, so that when they attack, they know their ways of, they'll know how to go in and out. That's why they have been in the forest without doing anything. But now, they have mastered the terrain. It is time to unleash their, venom, which they are doing currently. And the residents continue. They said, however, a military raid during the Islamic holy month of Ramadan reportedly provoked the group, leading to the current spate of attacks on surrounding communities. That is what they felt. That they believe that it was because of military raid that provoked them. That's what they believe. But even though the military raid them, are they attacking the military right now, or they are attacking the innocent villagers? You see, not just the military raid, they already have their targets. The target is the land. The target is the land. That's why they can come and burn houses, burn homes. They don't care about the beauty of the house. Fulanis are, very, very, pleased living in those those small things they usually build in the forest. They are well comfortable living in those things. These terrorists have been inside the thick forest for years, and they did not attack anyone. They started this attack in Ramadan when the Nigerian army attacked them and killed some of their members. This is why they started attacking us, and the army has left us, and they have not come back since that time, another resident said. Sarah reporters gathered that despite the presence of military formation in both Kayama and Baruten, there has been no renewed deployment into the forest where the insurgents are believed to be based. We have army personnel in Kayama and Baruten, but they did not enter the forest again. They are not being deployed to fight these terrorists. The only people fighting are the local vigilantes. The government is not concerned, and this is why they are denying the existence of this group. The source continued. Did you get that? He said the government is not concerned. It's not concerned. And it's not just that, it didn't end there. He continued and said, and this is why they are denying the existence of this group. There's a place I don't want to go. There's a place I don't want to go. The government is not concerned. Therefore, that is the reason why they are denying the existence of this group. They are denying the existence of the group. Let me keep it there. Let me just keep it there, because I don't want to bring this into what is going on in Biafraland and in Biafra struggle. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Imalaso ibuloni Igbo. Imalaso eswani ikwe. Memalaso eswana ni buko eswana ni subiamburobage. Ogonwa, you are the one who is going to bear the pen. Now, he expressed frustration at the silence of state and federal authorities because they are under the control of the Fulani Caliphate. Your state governor has no power, he has no authority. The only power he has is against his own people. Likewise, your so-called Mr. President. Who put him there? Who put Tinubu there? Did Tinubu win an election? Did Tinubu win president of the zoo? Did he win any election? Tell yourself the truth. Just tell yourself the truth. Did Tinubu win the election in 2023? The answer is no. So who put him? Even though he's a president, how do you think that he would challenge those that put him in power? When you and I know very well that he didn't win an election. Who put him there? Can he challenge those that put him into power? He can't, because they're going to remove him immediately. ASAP. ASAP. They will do to him the same thing they did to Jonathan Goodluck. Mad people everywhere. And those that put him in power are the bosses, the orgas of these terrorist, groups. They are the ones forming these terror groups. Yes. Oh, yes. You only need common sense. You only need common sense to understand these things. Now, according to him, saying the burden of security had fallen entirely on the equipped local defenders, which is the vigilante with ordinary double barrel. It is only the vigilantes that are fighting them because they don't want to lose their hometowns, the source said. These vigilantes with Bonani. Sahara reporters previously reported that an audio message from the terror group Mamuda threatened attacks on Duruma village and other parts of Borugu kingdom, vowing to buy anyone who resisted them. Residents now fear that unless the government intervenes, Kwara State may soon suffer the same fate as other northern states overrun by non-state armed groups. I don't have anything to analyze here, my people. Like as I said before, if you know any Yoruba journalists, those in Channels Television, those in TVC, those in AIT, those in Arise News, tag them to this news. Let them use their own eyes to see what they have done to themselves and their own people. Thank you, my people. To salo no mozi akona apoto and make it go viral.